Hey guys, Professor Bell, Comic Book University, Inhumans issue. I'm such a comic book buff. Episode number 4. Oh, geez, crap. What do we have here? This should not say New Mutants. Let's see if we can change that really quick. Make way for Medusa. Way for Medusa. Medusa Amaquelin, in case you guys are curious. That's her last name. Anyway, so this was a pretty good episode. At the same time, this was a pretty lousy episode. There was a lot more good than there was bad. Make no mistake. That's my opinion on it. The episode started off strong. We had Maximus, s.h.i.e.l.d, actually kicking some butt, which was pretty good. That was pretty good. He actually he started taking control. I started seeing a little bit of that Ramsay Bolton coming out. Do I need him to actually be Ramsay Bolton? No. At the same time, that's the reason why he was hired for this, right? Oh, yeah. Don't... the hair. My wife braided it earlier. Don't give crap about cultural appropriation because, no. She's black. So her doing the braids, she culturally appropriated me. So I don't want to hear that. Plus, I was in the martial arts since I was 8, so I guess I've always been culturally appropriating, right? Anyway, she specifically said, do you think people are going to say that you're culturally appropriating? Like, whatever, man. So, check this out. Black Bolt started doing some good job, and then all of a sudden he makes, and then we get the call from that geneticist, that doctor, who calls him up and he's like, hey, I've got this guy, and Max, instead of Maximus, Max, Bud, you're really cool with this, maybe one of these days we can actually meet. In the meantime, there's this guy, I can't kill him because, he's pretty cool, and yeah, there's a bunch of, back and forth going on. It's like, oh wow, the plot thickens. Actually, I didn't even realize there was a freaking plot. All of a sudden, look, there's an actual plot, and it's kind of thick. So, here's the funny, cool thing about this. They, later on, when we're thinking that Maximus is cool, he starts turning around with all this, this first of all, it's the phone call with that Auron. I think it's Auron. I'm not interested enough, I'm not invested enough in her character to care, But the senior security guard, now that, what's his name, Gorgon is removed from the royal family, she says, hey, what's up? Oh, I may have found Gorgon, or Black Bolt. I may have found Black Bolt. Well, that's great, because we have to go kill him. Yeah. We have to get him. It's like, yeah, that's part of the plan. This was the weakest dialogue I have seen in, like, I can't even remember. It was so bad. This is like watching a screening of The Room. It was so bad. Well, we can't kill him now, but we can observe him. Come on, man. What the hell am I watching here? What am I watching? Really? Somebody thought to actually put those lines of dialogue in there? Some people actually went and saw this and decided to actually read those lines. And make no mistake, even freaking Black Bolt and Medusa fell for it, at some times. Some of the dialogue in here that these two had to speak, not to each other, fortunately, was pretty bad. For the most part, though, I made a comment on Marvel.com. They put up the preview for this, the 2-minute preview for here, which was the Medusa putting a gun to that one girl's head. What the heck is her name? Felicity Smoke. That's her name. It's not actually Felicity Smoke. Let me get this straight. Hold on. The really sexy, blonde, skinny girl with glasses who's like a computer whiz and does all sorts of crazy, amazing things. Like, that's not Felicity Smoke from Arrow? Huh. Go figure. I must have made a really big mistake there. I'm from Jersey. Suck my sarcasm up. It's just, it flows. So anyway, Felicity Smoke over there. I didn't like the idea that Medusa put the gun to her head. So I commented that on there. And some people, got it. But one person said something that was actually interesting to me. And I didn't respond back. But hey, if you come over and you check this review out, kudos. Because this person was talking about privilege. There's no white privilege or anything like that. No. The privilege of being royal family. You going to tell me royal family doesn't have privilege? Queen Medusa she's always been in charge. Not always. You can see in there that, there's a part where her family was branded a traitor. That's new. That's very new. That was never in the comics. The idea that she, who's on here? Oh, Wolf Warner. What's up, brother? I haven't seen you in a while. Watching it right now. Gotta watch this train wreck for what it's worth. It's not a train wreck. It's not the greatest. There are parts that could definitely be cleaned up. You could tell this was rushed, that a lot of this was rushed. You could tell that a lot of this was, okay, shoot. Okay, good. Cut. Go to reel. What do you mean reshoot? What do we reshoot? That was perfect. This is kind of like an Ed Wood situation. Go and look up that movie. Really good movie with Johnny Depp. We just see a lot of going on in this. There's a lot of stuff that just seems like filler. That's what it seems like to me. It's not progressing the story any. Lockjaw gets hit by the car, the truck, the vehicle last episode. And in this one, Crystal is really ticked off at this guy. All right? You're thinking right away she's going to get with this guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad they didn't go that route. I'm really glad that was very smart of them. So that's the thing. The show doesn't get as much credit as you'd figure. You constantly see guys looking at Crystal. She's large and in charge, and she's ditzy, and she's Paris Hilton. You know what I'm saying? She's Paris Hilton, and she walks around, and she's just, head in the clouds, and she listens to her music, and like there's a revolt going on, and her family was, pretty much self-banished to avoid being murdered, and what do you call it? She's helping people out in this escape and whatnot in a really dumb way, and then while it's all happening, Joe Fisher, what's up, brother? While that's all happening, she goes and she lays down in her bed as she's a prisoner in her room. They sent her to her room where her PlayStation 3 is at and all that stuff. And she's laying there listening to music. Yeah, that. So, Crystal actually gets a lot more in this. She doesn't say as much, which is why I think that she came off so well. She stayed still. She didn't do the whole nodding the head thing and all that nonsense there. She just came off as a lot smarter in this one. There's some things that she's clearly not going to understand because she is a spoiled brat, princess up there. It's funny, they actually made the comment on there that she is a princess, and she's like, how did she know? It's like, wait, you are? And she's like, there, we got into the little ditzy part again. I'm actually okay with it because it was just the one and it was well placed. It's when every scene is like that. So, yeah, I was happier with Crystal than I usually am, which isn't a very high bar to set. But I was much happier with her. Not so happy with Maximus. Black Bolt. Holy crap. Like this guy could make farting art. Okay, maybe I'm going a little bit too far in that, but just the way that he's got his facial expressions down, the way he's got his emoting down, the slightest parts of his body language, which I explained in the first episode, the review for the first and technically second episode, the double-length first one. He's really got this body language down to a fine science. If everybody else fails in this, he and Serinda Swan, who's playing Medusa, they're not going to go down. They're not going to go down. They're not going to be thought of any less after this series is over. Just half of the series is over right now, and this is still good. They are absolutely the saving grace of this. Serinda Swan, this was supposed to be Make Way for Medusa. Now, if you go back and you read the Make Way for Medusa title for the Fantastic Four comic way back in the day, Medusa actually did a whole lot more than she did in this. But she brought her airy queenness to, like, not full circle, but to the forefront. And you really got to see that, just like the guy who... I really should go and see who made that comment. It was a really good comment, suggesting that, yeah, she absolutely is a queen. She suffers from privilege. It's her way. There is no highway. It's her way. That's it. There is no plan B. There is no alternative. That's the way that she was raised. That's the way she grew up. That's her understanding. So it's good. It's good. The way that she pulls it off is good, but she still comes off as lovable. Lovable is maybe not the best word for it. She still comes off as dignified. She still comes off as someone who yeah, you'd follow her. You know what I'm saying? You'd listen to her. You'd understand she's speaking with authority. She's not raising her voice at the end like everything's a question, even though she doesn't necessarily know what's going on. And when she turned around and she lit up that cop car, man, I was a little bit impressed. I kind of a little bit went, okay, fine. That was good. Didn't like her holding the Felicity Smoke hostage, though. That was a bit above and beyond. But I do understand that she's afraid. I don't know that she was necessarily attacked by humans. I don't remember her being attacked by humans. She pretty much went under the radar the entire time. I know that race cars. I know that Black Bolt would have a reason to be wary of humans. But Medusa, I don't know. I don't know about all that. Not to the level that she's at. Gorgon really went down in this episode. Big time. Gorgon he dropped the ball on this. And the reason why I say he dropped the ball on this is because he hasn't changed. He's still got that whole, you're all just humans, and you're all really squishy, and I could step on you by accident, and you would pop, but you're really loyal, and you're really good, but that's the reason why I gotta protect you. I've gotta protect my family, because you're like family, and I gotta protect my family, and the best way I can protect my family is by leaving you guys and going someplace else. And just dude, Gorgon, please shut up. Look, here's the thing. Gorgon is not smart in the comic books. He's not. But actually seeing him play it out like this, it's it's a step beyond. It's a step too far as I'm concerned. It's just a little bit too much. Again, that whole relationship there just makes zero sense. There is zero sense to any of that. They haven't moved. They've stayed in the past. Medusa and Black Bolt have been all over God's creation on Earth. They've been all over the place. And Gorgon, he's still on that little path in the woods, walking around with guys who have no reason to show any kind of loyalty to him whatsoever. But these guys, it's like these guys have bled together in freaking Nam. You know what I'm saying? Like they're war buddies. You know what I'm saying? Sharing their last smoke together. Their last lucky strike. This wasn't earned. They haven't earned this kind of a relationship in the TV show. So I can't buy any of it. One storyline that does make enough sense, but still absolutely sucks, is the Karnak storyline. What in the high holy hell am I watching when I'm looking at this? What am I watching here? You know what I'm saying? Why is this girl in love with or want to get with freaking Karnak? What did he show? What did he do? He's shown zero confidence, zero understanding, zero courage whatsoever. My family, I've always done things for my family, and now I don't have my ability anymore. I'm useless. I'm better off just staying away from my family. Oh, yeah, I'd be attracted to somebody like that. What the hell? What the hell am I watching? Just, you know what? The only good thing that they did with Karnak so far was in this episode. It was putting him in whatever clothes he was before into that green hoodie, that's open in the front. I want to see it ripped in the back, so it's just, hanging in the front, just like in the Warren Ellis comics. That's the only thing they've done with Karnak that's any good in the past 4 episodes. What am I watching here? And this guy gets to get with Timmy C. What's up, brother? The girl is just high. The girl must be high. You know what I'm saying? Must be some wild weed. It must be the best stuff ever. You know what I'm saying? That must be the best stuff ever. Hawaii has the best weed you've ever smoked. Gotta be. Just nothing in this was earned. What the heck is she into this guy for? This knucklehead. So, yeah, and then Lockjaw was hit by a car, and he's hurt, and he's got to rest, but there's nothing broken, there's no blood, there's nothing wrong. He gets tired when he gets hit by cars. That's his weakness. If Karnak were there, he would have explained it easily. Your flaw is that you get tired when you're hit by cars. What the hell? Come on, man. They're doing things to these people, to these Inhumans, in order to keep them separated. That's it. That's all they're doing. And they're not even doing a good job with it. So I get the idea that you got to keep them separated so that when they do collude, they get back together again. They're gonna, run. It's gonna be freaking awesome, and whatever. But right now, like I wanted to say something about them meeting up with S.h.i.e.L.D. At this point, I don't want the universe to cross over. I want them to just stay someplace else. You know what I'm saying? Just, they could have just had Karnak and what's his face, Gorgon up on Adeline playing pinochle with each other. You know what I'm saying? Some gin rummy, turn around in some poker. You know what I'm saying? And just do that. They don't realize that there's been a hostile takeover. She invited him to the tent. He has no idea what's going to happen. Man, that girl is gorgeous. And he wouldn't know what to do with that. She takes off those clothes. She takes all that stuff. What's he going to do? He's going to throw rocks at her. He has no idea what he's doing with that. But like they might as well just have them up on the moon playing cards, not realizing there's a hostile takeover of the royal family, and they're just in this room, and they're talking about, got any eights? Go fish. Man. They could just turn into a comedy. Like, I'm being semi-joking. I was more joking, but now I'm thinking to myself, the more I think about that, I'd rather see that and just have once an episode, a quick little laugh. And see, are they playing Uno now? You know what I'm saying? Draw 2. Oh, draw 4. Change the color to green. Like my clothes. Like, I would almost rather see that than this bogus storyline, because then you could be focusing more on the Black Bolt and the Medusa storylines. Because there's no point in having those two, Karnak and Gorgon, in this. There's no point. At least they killed Triton. I mean, I'm sure he's not dead. Who knows? Maybe they killed him. The point is, at least he's dead. That's why he's not there helping out. Like, when you feel bad about the people who are still alive, you know that there's something wrong. There's something really wrong. So I don't even know what to say about this, man. I don't know what to say about this. So this episode, they had a lot of really good things in here with the two main characters. But as far as and they gave some character to Felicity Smoke. That's her name. That's her name. Okay, I don't care what her name is in the show. That's obviously Felicity Smoke. But as far as everybody else in this show, they're just bringing it down so much. Maybe Crystal, maybe she's going to come up, but I don't know. Anyway, guys, that's really all I got. I'm rather disappointed. All right, guys. Hope you had a good Friday the 13th. It's still Friday the 13th for you guys in Cali. The Princess with Love Joe is pretty hot too. Crystal's gorgeous. I've been saying that for a while. Crystal is absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, like what? It's like, what do you call it? I don't know. Like I don't want to be with a dunderhead. You know what I'm saying? Like she's nice to look at. Cool. Joe Fisher. I wouldn't mind Black Bolt and Medusa in Agents of S.h.i.e.L.D. Yeah, exactly. I want maybe for like a quick little run, like a 2 or 3 episode crossover. That could be really fun. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see Anston Mount. And like when you look at it, Anston Mount and Serinda Swan, I don't know, like some of you guys only watch the TV show and you don't read the comic books. It's cool. It's cool, baby. I understand. But subscribe to Comic Book University, hang out, and listen to my reviews of the comic books and see if something, appeals to you, because comic books are, in my opinion, one of the absolute hands-down greatest media outlets ever. You know what I'm saying? Check out a review or two. See if something doesn't, tickle your fancy. Maybe you could read along with me. But to see these two they go to all sorts of different places. They go to Marvel Comics. They go to the Comic Cons. They go to all the different conventions. They go to the screenings. They go to the red carpets. They go to just like visit kids in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? Like they're all over the place. In the back of the comics, you could see that these two specifically are going all over the place and meeting with people and, pressing the flesh, kissing babies, saying hi to everybody. Where's everybody else? Where's everybody else? Even if it wasn't in their contract to do these things, come on, man. Like if you believe in the product that you're supporting, go out there and just do this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you could tell that these two put the most effort into this, and the other guys were just like, it's a paycheck. And that's a shame. That's a shame. Those guys can't put this show on their resume. Anston Mount and Serinda Swan absolutely can, as long as they cut out all those other people. You know what I'm saying? You can keep some of the scenes with Lockjaw in it. Hell, Lockjaw has a better chance of getting a job than some of these other guys based on this show. Joe Fisher, you ever seen the series Breakout Kings? Serinda Swan was in the show and I liked it. No, I didn't. I do know that she was in Ballers, an episode of Ballers, and like to show you, like I don't watch TV regularly at all, at all. So when I say that I saw her in Ballers recently, I looked her up on the internet to see what else she was in, and I saw that she was in Ballers with The Rock. And I found out that way that Ballers was not a reality TV show. Okay? I swear to God, I don't know what season they're in, like season 2 or something like that now, or third. I don't know. I don't care. But I know that The Rock was promoting a TV show that he's that I thought that it said that he was hosting Ballers, which is why I expected it was going to be like a, not a Pimp My Ride, but like, you know, like a Cribs, MTV Cribs, a Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous kind of show. That's actually what I thought Ballers was. So when I saw the scene where she's in it with The Rock, and I was like, oh, that's an actual TV show. Oh, go figure. Still don't want to watch it. So, yeah, like, I don't watch TV like all that. I've watched Lost. I never watched The Sopranos. I'm Italian. I'm actually Sicilian. You know what I'm saying? So I don't need that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with that stuff, but not like not like maybe I'm making it sound like. Just I grew up with freaking that nonsense in my neighborhoods. So no, but what do you call it? Yeah, I'm trying to think of shows that I've watched. Friends. You know what I'm saying? I've watched Friends and Seinfeld and stuff like that. But for the most part, I don't really watch TV that much. So I'll grab some of the superhero shows. That's it. Anyway, guys, that's clearly it for the episode. So yeah, I think that it's gonna. I'm hoping that's gonna end at least on a better note than this episode is on, because like we're right in the middle, man. All right, so I need Lockjaw to get better. I need Karnak to actually have a purpose in life, and I need Gorgon to just stop being silly and just get out there and start kicking butt like he was in last episode. Ditch these guys, because although they are awesome and they're an amazing addition to the show, literally, I like seeing these guys, like especially the one guy with the long hair. I like seeing him talk and like feeling him act more than I like watching Gorgon or anything else. I'm more interested in that dude's story than I am in Gorgon's story. And that's a shame. That's a real shame. That dude could make out from this show. That dude could add this to his resume. Absolutely. All right, guys. Breakout Kings had 2 seasons. That is what I remember. That's who I know Swan from. She's awesome. I love her. I absolutely love her. I would love to meet her. Her and Black Bolt. See? I would love to meet Medusa and Black Bolt. I would love to meet Serinda Swan and Anston Mount and shake some hands and get a selfie. That's what everybody does now, right? Easier than autographs. Anyway, guys, I'm out. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Seriously, guys, thanks for showing up. Class dismissed.